see if it lifts it. It lifts it! That's pretty incredible. Here, the camera should pick me up because I'm right behind the heli here. Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and this would be the RC Era C170 Apache. This is a highly detailed RC helicopter. As a matter of fact, if you look close with all the photos I'm showing, you can see the detail. There's even pilots inside, the nose moves around with the FLIR system, you have a cannon underneath, you've got missiles, you've got rockets, even the motor exhaust looks pretty cool. The top portion where the prop is, the main shaft, is all CNC aluminum. It is a brushless motor in the center. That's what it says in the documentation. I cannot verify it. In the back you do have a brush motor, but look at how weird that tail prop is. It's like two tail props stuck together at a weird angle. Everything about this heli just screams, put me on display and do not fly me, but I'm gonna fly it here today. To help me fly it, on the bottom it has optical flow and laser LiDAR. So in other words, it's gonna shoot a laser at the ground. It's going to try to lock itself in and hold itself in place. This is the type of heli you would fly as a beginner on a non-windy day. Today, unfortunately, it's pretty windy, so I'm going to fly it because I'm not a beginner, but we'll see how it does in the wind. Comes with 3 speeds. It does have the ability to fly inverted. That's pretty dangerous for beginners, so I don't suggest it. The remote is included, and it does have the joysticks that sit in the center, which means it's designed for beginners, very easy. The reason I always say joysticks in the center are designed for beginners, so no matter what you buy, something from DJI or something from RC Era with the joysticks in the center, it's all designed for beginner pilots, which means that when you release the joysticks, the item you're flying should sit still in the air. This one doesn't have a GPS in it. There's no GPS in here. So with the wind, it may not sit still in the air, but we're going to give it a shot today. It also has a takeoff and landing function on here. So if you don't want to take off manually or land manually, you can just press a button. It does it by itself. And as I've already mentioned, 3 speeds. Plus there's an emergency shut off the motors over here. If you land it and the motors are still spinning, just press that and it stops. It does come in 2 color schemes. I have the green army scheme. It also comes in a gray scheme. When I look online, the gray looks better than the army, but I've got the green army, so it looks pretty good. But to me, the gray looks even cooler. I believe you can get it with 1, 2, or 3 batteries. I've got 2 batteries here. They're 2-cell batteries. They'll give you 9 minutes of flight time each battery. And I should also mention that the range on this is about 150 to 200 meters. In other words, the range is so far that you won't even see the heli anymore if you flew it to the limit of its range. And the last thing to mention is all the armament that's on here, I can pull it right off right now. It's not glued on, it's just all clicked in place. So if you have to fit this back in the box, you just pull it off, put it in the box, and you're good. All right, so let's take it for its maiden flight outside in the wind. Now I'm going to turn sideways so my hat cam picks up me inserting the battery. So you press these 2 tabs on the side here to pull the battery hatch off. Comes off, and before you attach the battery, it's a good idea to turn on your radio. Power that on and just set it aside. Take your little battery. It's got a balance cable. That's all it's got on it, and it only fits one way. You just plug it in right here. Your heli will come to life, and then you just put the battery in. Well, let's put it in this way so you can see the RC Era symbol. There we go. The battery's in the heli. And you put the cover back on, and we're all set to go. I don't know if it picks it up in the daylight. See the red blinky light here? See the red blinky light? And there's another one up there. There's one on the other side as well. It's green on this side. You don't want the lights to blink. So the reason they're blinking is because this is not connected to this, but I'm going to show you how to connect them really quick. So to connect everything quickly, take your left joystick up, down, and these lights will stop blinking, and it is connected. We're ready to fly. All right, you can take off by pulling the joysticks down and out, or you can press the takeoff button down here. So let's try the takeoff button first. Spins up, it's going to go up, and it's going to blow with the wind. There it goes with the wind. Let's see how good that LiDAR is. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna walk over to it. It's pretty impressive because the wind is blowing it, but it locked itself into position. I'm not doing anything. This is really good. So let's fly it around here. We'll go into the wind. As soon as you go up high, the LiDAR will unlock itself and allow you to fly it. So right now there's no LiDAR happening. It's just me flying it. So unfortunately, the only thing I have to capture the video is my hat cam. So I'm going to fly it closer to me here. There we are, right past me. I'll try to stay low so the other cameras catch it as well. I'm in speed number 1, by the way. Speed number 1 is not the speed you want for windy days like today. No. Speed number 1 is not a good speed for windy days. I'm just buzzing this around me to keep it all in check. So If that's the case, let's just show you the speeds. I'm gonna come right at me. Speed number 1, full blast. Coming at me, coming at me. You probably can't see it because it's so small, but here it comes. Speed number 1, it's going over. Oh my God, that is so slow. So there's a reason they call it speed number 1. See, the wind's blowing it now, and there you go. It caught itself. The LiDAR caught itself. That's nice. So let me show you speed number 2 now. It's gonna be faster this time. Here we go, speed 2. Now, when I'm flying this into the wind. So this is the speed into the wind. Here we go. That's speed 2. Speed 2 is perfect for a windy day. Watch what happens if I go with the wind. It's coming over me. There we go. You can buzz around. Full blast at me. There's speed 3. Yep, that's a good. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And when it gets close to me into the wind, I'm gonna release the joysticks. Like the wind is holding it there, and I'll release the joysticks now. It's got it. So it locked itself. So the LiDAR on here is really good. For a windy day, it's doing really well. Okay, I'll get it close to the ground. I'm gonna land it over here someplace. So we landed it, and with my luck, it crashed into my little bag over there. The wind blew it into the bag. So next time I land it, I'll land it someplace where there's no objects around. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little Insta360 camera on the bottom and see if it can lift it, because it's not very big. Can it lift that camera? Let's try it. If you place anything on any sort of RC device, you always place it in the center of gravity. So closest to the rotor is the center of gravity on a heli. If I point the camera forward, all it's gonna see is the wheel sticking down and the cannon. So I'm gonna face it backwards. Not sure the heli can lift it, but I'm gonna guess RC Era makes such powerful helis that it probably can lift it. All right, I'm gonna kneel down. So I'm in the frame and I've got it on speed 2, but I'm gonna put it on speed 3 because that's a lot of weight. And I'm gonna hit the takeoff button. We'll see if it lifts it. It lifts it! Holy cowabunga! That's pretty incredible. Here, the camera should pick me up because I'm right behind the heli here. Oh, you hear that beeping coming from my radio? That is because I'm using too much power and I'm draining the battery. Yeah, I'm draining the battery. So right now you see the video coming from the rear of the heli. That's pretty cool. It's gonna fall out of the air soon because it's running out of power, but I am gonna fly it forward just to show you what kind of video you would get if you put a camera on here. Oh, it's out of power almost. There we go. I almost lost it into the ground. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Oh, it's here. You can see me again because I've spun it around now. I'm gonna try to fly it backwards. It's probably easier flying it backwards. That's pretty cool though that it can do that. All right, so I'm gonna hit the land button this time, take off landing, and we'll watch it from the rear. I'm gonna back up, try not to hit anything here. So let's bring it over there, away from my cameras, and landing. And there we go, she's landed. Now the other thing I wanted to mention is you can fly this inverted. You have to put it way up in the air, very, very high, and then you have to have it in speed 3, and then you press this button over here up, and then you move this joystick side to side. I've shown it in many videos, helis flying upside down. It's very dangerous. I would not recommend anybody try it. It has to be a day where there's no wind because there's nothing holding this in position when it's upside down. It's just blowing with the wind and it's gonna blow right into you or into somebody else or into some object, so it's very dangerous. I suggest don't even bother with the inverted flight. But if you really wanna see what a heli looks like inverted, here's some video footage of the last RC Era heli that I flew inverted. You can see I'm flying it around myself, and that day was a little less windy than today, and it was still almost flying into me, so it was rather dangerous. So anyways, I recommend if you get this and you're a beginner, try not to fly it inverted because you may destroy it or yourself. Indoor flight, make sure if you do an indoor flight you have plenty of lighting. As you can see in this room behind me, there's lighting, but it's not that good. You need bright lighting for the optical flow and the LiDAR to check out the ground. But let's try it out. All right, we're just gonna try it here. I'm gonna hit the takeoff button. It's gonna go up, drift. Let's hope it doesn't drift into my wall. Or me. Going up, it's locked in place. Let's bring it back. I've got it in speed 1. I'll bring it down a little bit. So if you fly this indoors, make sure you've got a lot of space indoors or else you're gonna bang into something. It's not so perfect that it's gonna sit perfectly still in the air. Every now and then it's gonna wanna drift, and I'm just gonna let go of stuff. See, it's drifting, but then it will stop itself. It has to drift for a while and has to have that LiDAR and everything else lock in, and then it's good. So anyways, let's try that land button. Where is it? Landing over here. Bring it over by me. Hit landing. It's coming down. There we go. And if the motors don't, well, they stopped. If they didn't stop, hit that stop button over here. All right, that was the indoor flight. Now back to Steve. So our sun is going out. The next thing I want to show you is what comes in the box if you buy this baby. Check it out. Everything you need to fly is included in the box. And here we have the box, and here we have what comes in the box. Such as the user manual, such as parts you can clip on the heli to accessorize it. Also included in the box would be spare blades and tail prop. Tools are also included, as well as however many batteries you order and a USB battery charger. A nice remote is included, and that remote is powered by 4 AA batteries, and those batteries are not included. And finally, you receive the Apache Heli. Now, if you're wondering about the weight of this heli, even with a battery, it is under 249 grams. So it should be legal to fly in most countries. This is a really good buy for the price. Check out my coupon code, which is right here. Enter that coupon code at checkout and you'll get this at a really low price. I think this is an awesome heli. If you fly it or don't fly it and just put it on a shelf, it's going to look stunning. So it's a really good one to get. But if you're a beginner, come out on a non-windy day to fly it, or fly it in your house if you have a big area and lots of lighting. You need lots of light for this LiDAR to see the ground. Then you can fly it indoors. Don't fly it in a small room because you'll crash into the walls. All right, guys, if you have a question on this heli, post your questions below. If you can pray to the sun gods, tell them to bring the sun out when I do reviews. It's almost nighttime now. It's so dark here. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Once again, links are below. I'll catch you in a future video with really cool product reviews. Until then, I say bye.